I'm Michael Bain, and welcome back to Triggered and our exclusive coverage of the Pat Rogers Memorial Revolver Roundup at the GUNSITE Academy. Now, I have a question for you before we look at today's training, and that's, if you need to screw a screw into a board, would you use a crescent wrench or a mallet? And the answer is neither. One of the problems within our culture that we have is this idea that maybe one handgun does every single job for everything better than you can imagine. And that's just not true. In fact, the revolver, which has been around since, before the Civil War, is still viable in a lot of different applications. Let's take a look.
Mostly what I'm focused on is the integration of firearms with hand-to-hand. I'm going to walk forward, very slow and measured, like this. As I encroach on Freddie, I want him to compress based on what he thinks is appropriate. Not me, not anything else, just go on what you think. What you feel is like, yeah, I better start, oh, he's getting close, so I'm gonna bring the gun in. We're gonna go all the way. About here, just where I can almost touch him. Then I'm going to back away, same pace. He's going to extend when he feels it's appropriate. Once we do that, now he's going to move forward. I'm leaving my hands out. He's going to walk forward and he's going to compress when he feels like it. When we're about here, then he's going to back away and extend when he feels appropriate. The human body, the human can lunge his height with no preparatory motion in the blink of an eye. So I'm 6 foot, means I can cover 2 yards from a standing start. Plus, I've got these. This adds almost another yard to what I can do. So we're gonna use it. This is not a gotcha game. This is not about making your partner look bad. This is about helping them understand. So I'm gonna walk forward, don't compress. I'm gonna walk forward. If at any point I think all I have to do is do this, that's what I'm gonna do. Notice I didn't jump. I didn't go, ah ha ha ha. I literally is the same and I just did that. Okay? That tells my partner I could grab his gun, which means it's now our gun. It's not his gun anymore. He may get it back, maybe not. He may get it fed back to him. So, what that starts to say is what to him?
That safety zone just expanded.
Start compressing a lot sooner. Don't let me get to the point where that's all I have to do. Now he starts to feel it. Go ahead, sir. Yeah, so now, exactly. I'm still going the same exact speed. I'm not changing the speed. But as he moves, I'm going to do, yes, exactly. And I'm still coming and at any point, yeah. You see how close I was? And then Freddie goes, oh, crap. I'm on camera. I can't let this, I'm a GUNSITE guy. I can't let somebody take my gun. But you see, did I move fast to do that? Right? But who had the urgency? He was like, ooh. So I'm going to track him. It's still going to be the same thing. Good guy, bad guy in, bad guy out. Good guy in, good guy out. But now we can move in any way possible. So spread out a little bit more, same thing. The bad guy can lunge nicely, slowly, if you feel like it's on the table.
Yeah, exactly. That's all nice, Michael, but guess what?
Do not move backwards. There's tons of reasons, stepping into the unknown. Yes, that sucks. Bad guy is setting me up. He's coming at me, occupying my time, and I'm going to walk right into his buddy. Yes, that sucks. Here's the biggest issue. You hear these pithy phrases on the internet. It just drives me crazy when people throw out little easy phrases. You can't just say, don't go to the ground. Cool. How do I not go to the ground? Well, just don't go to the ground. Yeah, I know. How? You have to have an actionable follow-up to that. So I'm going to tell you, you don't want to go to the ground, I'm going to give you one of the 2 main parts. Never ever let your head go past your tailbone. That's it. If you don't let that happen, it is almost impossible to get taken to the ground. Because as long as I have posture, which is how we refer to it, where my head stays within my feet and my hips, or my pelvis is a better way of saying it. As long as I stay within that cone, I am super balanced. I have great leverage.
This week's Triggered is brought to you by Muzzle Stick. Biggest, brightest, strongest. Taurus, USA. Always ready, always bring it. Stoger, everyday tough. SDS Imports, Thesis. Thesis means quality. Hunter's HD Gold. They change so you don't have to. MTM Case Guard. Quality shooting sports accessories. And Ed Brown, the best money can buy for over 50 years. Mark, tell me why an event like this is important.
Revolvers are a viable tool still, and for the average citizen who is not a gun person, they're a very easy to use, easy to load, and easy to shoot gun. The purpose of this class is to keep the history of the revolver up, because there's a lot of history out there of why they're there, and for people to understand how they work and how they don't work, and the pros and cons of the various systems. So this is one of the few events out here that specifically revolvers that I think gives everybody a good opportunity with some of the best instructors in the country on how to run these things for a variety of different ways, to let them pick and choose the ways that they need to for them.
When a person says, I want to learn a revolver, what's step one? You've been shooting, say, semi-auto, you've been shooting a Glock 19 like the entire rest of the world.
Right.
You say, boy, I'd really like to carry one of those snubby revolvers. What's step one?
Step one, I would borrow a gun and try out different ones if you can. Go to various gun shops that have them, or go to a class that they offer revolvers. I do that. I have a variety of revolvers that people try before they buy, and let's see what works for them. Don't listen to the gun shop commandos, because they will give you information trying to sell you a gun. You need to find something that will work for you, and talk to people who are experienced revolver shooters for what their recommendations are. People say that the J-frames are for experienced people. I've taught a lot of ladies how to shoot J-frames very effectively, and so it can be used there with right gun, ammo, and stock combinations, but again, it's got to be somebody who knows what they're doing with it.
Ready, now!
Where you guys go?
Good. Can I push your feet?
You know the RIA 5.0 packs radically new innovations, but we didn't stop there. Introducing the RIA 5.0E. The E stands for enhanced, as in new optics, cuts, and plates. The updated barrel is crafted with improved materials and slide geometry. The look and feel is also enhanced. Plus, new lightning cuts show off the updated match-grade barrel. Experience the enhanced RIA 5.0E today.
Caleb, longtime competitor, one of the top revolver competitors in the country.
Oh, thanks.
What part does competition play in becoming a well-rounded revolver shooter?
Well, especially with a handgun, it's a perishable skill, right? And that's whether you're shooting a 1911 or a striker-fired 9mm semi-auto. But with a revolver, it's, I guess, even more of a perishable skill because you can go through an IDPA stage with a, a Taurus G3 that's got 17 rounds in it and reload one time, right? But with a revolver, I'm doing 2, maybe 3 reloads. So to keep that level of competency up, I need to be practicing a lot. And competition gives me a place where I can get those repetitions in and get good at them. It's one of those things where if you're a revolver guy or any sort of competition guy and you quit for 6 months to a year, the first time you come back and pick it up, you're gonna be like, which end do the bullets come out of again? Like everything feels alien, it feels unfamiliar. So being able to stay in constant practice and get those reps is super beneficial to, keeping your game good.
I spoke with one gentleman here who's an IDPA shooter, and he said, that guy finished 4th overall in the IDPA Nationals with a revolver? He goes, that could be magic.
It's not magic, it's just practice. 4th in revolver division this year was pretty tough. There were a lot of really good shooters there, and I feel good about the fact that the guys that beat me were running really tricked out guns, and I'm running a basically stock $350 Taurus Model 82.
As always, thanks. Good luck for next season.
I'm not wearing gloves to make a fashion statement. I'm wearing gloves because I burned the hell out of my gun hand. So, all right, here we go. 6 shots, shooter ready, stand by. Yeah, 389. I'm not unhappy with that.
One of the stupidest memes on the internet is, this must be obsolete. Is this obsolete? Is a revolver obsolete? Well, first you might want to look up the definition of obsolete and you'll find out very quickly that no, as a matter of fact, it's not. A revolver is what it has always been, which is an amazingly efficient weapon. I'm Michael Bain, this is Triggered. You can find us on michaelbain.tv. You can find us on Rumble. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on X that used to be Twitter. Until next week, you guys stay safe out there. And hey, try a revolver.